Okay, here's our last example for learning target 10.2. So take a second to read through this, if you would. All right, now, basically all they want us to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to construct a confidence interval given this information, okay? Now you'll notice that there's probably more information here than what we need, but it does want us to construct a 95% confidence interval for the responsive appropriate. So if we take a look here over at this chart, 62% of respondents in this poll said that the measures taken by the state government to slow the spread of the virus have been appropriate. They're talking about the COVID-19 virus. Have been appropriate, have gone too far, or have not gone far enough. Well, 62% said it's appropriate. So right now, that tells us that p hat for appropriate is 0.62. That's the proportion of sample respondents that said the state government has dealt with the spread appropriately. Okay? Now, it also tells us here the margin of error. And a lot of times when news or polls report their findings, they will put a margin of error there. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, if a news source or a polling institution does not report a margin error, it's really not a very good poll. It's not a very good way to report poll findings. So our margin of error here, and what a percentage point is, it's just a percent, is 3.4%. Well, I should say this. The margin of error is 3.4%, but we need to write that as a decimal from 0 to 1. So that's 0.034. Make sure you, again, this is a percent. 3.4 is a percent. We need to change it over to a decimal in order to add it and subtract p hat. So to find that's really all you need to do. Remember, a confidence interval is just taking p hat plus or minus your margin of error. And we don't have to do really much calculating here because, ladies and gentlemen, you just take 0.62 plus or minus your margin of error of 0.034. And if you do that, you take 0.62 minus 0.034, you get 0.586 population proportion. Then you take 0.62 plus that margin of error, and you get 0.654. So what we believe, ladies and gentlemen, is that between about 58.6% to 65.4%, somewhere in there is the true population proportion of respondents to this poll that feel that their state government has acted appropriately in trying to halt the spread of this COVID-19 virus. Somewhere within those two limits is the true population proportion. Okay? Well, that's it for all the examples here. So we've already done the examples. We won't do the M&M activity. We've already done the examples here, so now it's just up to you to go to the practice worksheet and see if you can do some of those. And again, I will have the answer key online so you can double check. And toward the end of the week, we'll have a short little formative assessment for you to do. Okay? Be safe, be healthy, everybody.